Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is my preview for the Liverpool versus West Ham game at Anfield. I'm so glad I didn't do a preview or a reaction to the PSV game in the Champions League because we ended up losing 4-1. Before I get into this game, I just want to say that game was an absolute disgrace. We didn't even deserve to even get anything out of that game. And not gonna lie, I thought maybe we would be a little bit better in that game against PSV, but it didn't happen at all. So I just wanted to clarify my thoughts on that game. So now, going into the West Ham game, I'm going to do like what I normally do, go through everything and then give you my predictions at the end. So to start off with, we've now lost 9 games in 12. So it isn't a very good record at all. We're still really bad. I thought the PSV game would be a little bit better, but it's still quite bad, to be honest. Van Dijk's been bad, especially in the PSV game. He was playing volleyball, I think, for that penalty against PSV. Salah was bad. The only person to come out of that game in a good light, sort of, is Szoboszlai. He got the goal, but it still ended up 4-1, so it doesn't really matter. But out of everyone in that team, Szoboszlai has been the best player this season by far, to be honest. Everyone's been so bad. Salah, I don't know what it is. It's either he's getting older and just can't do it anymore, or it's just everyone. Do you know what I mean? Van Dijk's fell off a cliff. Konate's been bad. And the news has just come out as well that Real Madrid will not buy Konate in the summer, because obviously everyone thought that's what was going to happen. But literally Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein has literally just come out over these last couple of hours saying they are not going to buy him in the summer. Obviously they wouldn't anyway because he'll be going on a free. But not going to lie, now he's probably going to try and get a deal with Liverpool because obviously the Real Madrid thing isn't on the table. Not going to lie, at this moment in time, if you was FFG, I wouldn't give him another contract, and that's the problem as well. So yeah, that's what I say on that situation. I just wouldn't, because he's been so bad, and that there's been points where I thought the reason why he's been so bad is because he was going to Real Madrid, if you know what I mean. Like, he didn't care because he knew he was going. But now because Real Madrid and David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano have come out saying that Real Madrid are not interested at all in him in the summer, then if he just starts like putting in performances, I'll be really annoyed, to be honest, because then that literally just says everything. So that's one thing to keep in mind on Konate. So in a couple of weeks, if I do a preview or reaction and his levels has gone up, then I'll be absolutely fuming with it, to be honest. Gravenberch has been bad these last couple of weeks. Isak was abysmal in that PSV game as well. I just can't believe how bad he was. If you see him at Newcastle and see him at Liverpool, he's like a completely different player. And you can't even say it's like he hasn't had no pre-season yet, because literally Arne Slot literally come out and said that he's fully fit now. I know I rambled a little bit there, but going into this West Ham game, I'm not going to lie, like I said a couple of weeks ago, I would have been more confident if it was Graham Potter in charge, but it's Nuno, the one that used to be at Forest. And West Ham have won, I think, their last 3 Premier League games as well, so they're doing quite well. And not gonna lie, this is the worst time to play West Ham because they're in a bit of form. I thought these games, the PSV game, the West Ham game and the Sunderland game, could get us in a run of form, but now we've lost to PSV, so that's gone out the window. Nuno and West Ham are going to go in quite defensive and counter-attacking, because obviously that's what he did at Nottingham Forest, and it's probably going to be the same thing. And what doesn't help either, that Arne Slot come out and said that we struggle against low blocks and counter-attacks and throw-ins and stuff like that. So it isn't looking great. Not going to lie, I don't think if we get a win, it's going to rejuvenise everything and we're going to start going on a run. Because after the PSV game, I don't think they are doing it for the manager anymore, if that makes sense. In my last video, I said that if we don't win at least 2 or 3 out of these 4 games coming up, then I'm going to start asking questions. And not going to lie, the PSV game, I thought that we would win that game, to be honest, and we didn't. So I think if he doesn't win against West Ham, I think he probably will get the sack. I know that FSG have come out and said that they are backing Arne Slot, but it's not a good sign when an owner is coming out saying they back the manager. that's when you know they're not far away from the sack, if that makes any sense. And also, I wouldn't play Salah, I would play Chiesa. I would not play Salah in this game. I would put Joe Gomez at right back because I'm fed up of seeing Szoboszlai at right back, and Joe Gomez can play there, but he's always sitting on the bench, and we need Szoboszlai in that 10 role. And then obviously because Wirtz is still injured, I would play Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones and Gravenberch in the midfield. Ekitike come off injured in the PSV game, so we're going to have to play Isak. Maybe this could be his game, but how many times have I said that? You just don't really know, if you know what I mean. I'm quite worried about this game, to be honest. I would have been less worried if we beat PSV and if West Ham weren't in quite good form. I'm just terrified of West Ham counter-attacking against Konate and Van Dijk at this moment in time. That is what I'm scared about, to be honest. So that's what I say about the game. So now I'm going to get into my predictions. Obviously, I always have 3 options and then I pick one. So my first option is a 2-1 win to Liverpool. I always do a 2-1 just in case. A 1-0 win to Liverpool, or a 2-1 win to West Ham. Like I said in my previous previews and reactions, we don't draw any games, so we either win or we lose. I'm never going to predict Liverpool to lose. So out of these 3 options, I picked a 2-1, a 1-0 or a 2-1 to West Ham. I think I'm going to go with a 1-0... No, I'm not going to go with a 1-0 win because we concede goals. So I'm not going to go with a 1-0 win. I am going to go with a 2-1 win to Liverpool because there's no way we're not conceding a goal. With our defence and everything else, there's no way we're not conceding a goal in this game. And now because I said 2-1 win to Liverpool, West Ham are probably going to win 2-1. But I am not going to predict Liverpool to lose unless it gets bad. I know it's bad already. But that is my prediction for this game. I think that Liverpool are going to win 2-1. So please let me know in the comments what you think the prediction of this game is going to be. And also, please can we get up to 450 subscribers? We're really, really close now. I would really, really appreciate it. So remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.